Hello. When you get your sheet, you will notice that I've included this information in your handout, and I've had to, because of the size restrictions, just eliminate that equation. So if you want to write that equation on your handout, feel free to do so. I've also on your handout added the information that you're going to state the slope in your y-intercept. Okay. So C. Example 1, using the guess method, rewrite each equation in slope y-intercept form. State the slope in y-intercept. Okay, so what was given? X minus y minus 2 equals 0. The unknown, rewrite the equation in slope y-intercept form. State the slope and y-intercept. E, the equation. Well, we need y equals mx plus b, but because y needs to be on its own side compared to what it is here, y is with the x and the negative 2, then we have to use SAMDEB and opposite operations. All right. Solution. Take everything that we've been given, the unknown and the equation, write it in the solution space. X minus 2, actually, it's x minus y. X minus y minus 2 equals 0. We need SAMDEB. To the left of the equal sign is where y is going to be. So y on left side, put that in a bubble so it stands out. And to the right, no y on right side. That's the opposite, okay? Put that in a bubble so it stands out. Okay, so x is not following this rule that y is on the left side. Okay, so we're going to move the x over. If there's no sign in front of the x, we know that it's understood to be a positive. So moving the positive x over, I'm going to subtract x. Subtract x once on the left and once on the right. One x-ray minus an x-ray cancels the x-rays out. So minus y, move this down a little bit. Minus y minus 2 equals 0 minus x is just minus x. Okay, again, y is on the left side, but this negative 2 is not. So I've got to do the opposite. So the opposite of taking 2 away. Don't worry that you are writing next to the s that's above the a. The S and the A can be done in whatever order they need to be because they're partners, okay? So the take away 2 next to the S for subtract, the opposite is adding 2. So add 2 once on the left and once on the right. So negative 2 plus 2 cancels itself out. If you need to, 2 is negative. It's the first negative, so you have to press this plus minus. Plus 2 is 0. Okay, if you need to do that. Rewrite your negative y. Directly below the equals is equals negative x plus 2. Now we understand that this y is on the left side, which is a good thing. Okay, it's following the rule. But we also have to understand that it's got a negative there. which is not exactly like y equals mx plus b. We don't say negative y equals mx plus b. So this negative has to be taken care of. We have to understand that this negative represents a negative 1. And I'm going to move the negative sign over so I can stick in the 1 there. Okay? I also have to understand that that negative y is a negative 1 that's multiplied to the y. So I have to understand a couple of things. In understanding that, next to the m, I have to say they are multiplying by negative 1, and I'm going to do the opposite, which is divide by negative 1. So I have to understand quite a few things there. So when I divide by negative 1 on the left of the equal sign, I have to also divide by negative 1 on the right. That negative 1 affects both the negative x above it and the positive 2. I simplify now. Negative divided by negative, if I hate to hate, I'm loving. 1 divided by 1 is 1y equals negative x is going to be divided by negative 1. And the positive 2 is going to be divided by negative 1. I simplify a positive 1y to just y. I understand that it's still a y. I don't have to write that. If I hate to hate, I'm loving, so it's positive. And then I understand that this in front of the x is a 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1x. If I love to hate, I'm hating. And 2 divided by 1 is a 2. I now have the ability to write y equals mx plus b below this equation because now I have a positive 1y. Okay? To state my m and my b, I compare it to y equals mx plus b. So I can then write my sentence. Therefore, y is equal to, I can write positive 1, or just 1x. Take away 2, that's a negative there, is the slope y-intercept form, and m, which is 1, is the slope, and b, which is the negative, let's see, that should be, yeah, okay, negative 2, which is the y-intercept. Okay, so m was 1, which is here, that's the slope, and m was, still doesn't really look like a negative there for some reason. Just negative 2, which is your y-intercept. So when you do your questions, follow this video along, make sure you stop it and replay parts that don't make any sense, or if you need a reminder, replay the video as well.